Gonzalez, and today I thought I'd cover something that's a wide topic. A lot of people ask for this, and it's pretty simple, and I figured I can cover it in a 9-minute video or 5 minutes or so. It's basically how to create a PHP form, and sending that form to an email or to a database or whatever you want to do with it. In creating our PHP, I created two things: form action.php and form.html. Those two files, that's what I created. So we're going to go ahead and open form.html. I'm using TextMate. It's a powerful text editor for the Mac. You can use any text editor, whether you're using Windows. You can use a Notepad or Notepad++, or you can even use Dreamweaver, whatever your preference is. So in this form.html, what I did was I created a form, and I just put name, last name, they're both text boxes, and a submit button. And what this does is this form goes to this file, this PHP file here, form action.php, and it uses the method post. Now there's two methods you can use, post or get. Ideally, I prefer to use post because I believe it's more powerful. You can send more information on it, and I think it's a little bit more secure, but that's still debatable. So post is my preference. You can use get, and that would just be GET like that, but we're going to stick to post. Alright, and so we have our form action.php. Let's go ahead and open this one up. And you can see here I started creating basically what our PHP file would look like to process that form. And what we want to do is have the PHP process the form and send it in an email. So we have two variables here, name, which I declared, and last name. And here I use post because that's what we used in the form. And this is standard, and here is just the name, this and the last name. This comes from the HTML actually. It's just what we called it here. So if we called this 123, we'd put 123 in the PHP, which would be over here. It'd be 123. But we're gonna stick to name. Alright. After we've done that, let's say you want to send those two variables in an email. For a good resource, and I thought I'd share this resource, is php.net. You come here, this is their website, php.net, and we can just search the mail function and see how to use it to better our knowledge. And I come here and we scroll down and we see, okay, this is the mail function. It gives you some examples here of them using it. And we just want to find something that's really our taste. And this looks like this will do it right here. So we can just copy this into our PHP. Form, there you go. And we're just going to modify it. They've put the comments there and everything, so we already know what to put. And name, we'll put form test, or let's just call it form at avondata.com. Email address, we can do the same thing. We're going to do form at avondata.com. I mean, you can put the sender's name here, but we just do the same thing. It really doesn't matter. And then this recipient, who it's going to. Let's send it to myself. Alright, and then here we put the text, the mail, what we want in the body of the email. And really, what we want to put is those variables. So we're going to put name, and let's make it nice so when it comes to us in the email, we kind of see what's going on. We'll put 2 dashes here, and we'll put last name. And the subject will put message from our form, or instead of message, it should be people who signed the form. And the from name is that, and here this command does is PHP has a built-in mail function command, and it basically will send whatever our form has. And that's basically it. So let's go ahead and save that. And it's already saved into my local host here. So we can go ahead, go to my local host, let's refresh this page and see if that worked. There may be some errors, but let's see. Alright, it seems to work. Didn't show anything because I didn't really echo out anything. And I guess we could check our mail to see if it came through. And it was in the spam, but there it is. form@avondata.com, Mickey Mouse. And that's just a quick way of how to create a form in PHP. Obviously, you can do a lot more things with this. If we wanted to, we can echo out, success, form sent, or we can do some error checking, If the name is, let's say, doesn't have a length, we can do str length of the name is less than 0, and we know that the name field wasn't filled out. We can say echo, please fill out your name. That's just some error checking. Of course, you you want to do more error checking than that if your form gets pretty complicated. But just some simple things you could do with it. If you wanted to, you can also connect this to a database and put those names in a database. But for this tutorial, I'm just showing the basics of how to create a form. In the next tutorials, I show maybe how to connect it to a database, whatever you guys want me to.